welcome back to Late Night Gunpla with Talon Omega. We are continuing to work on the RX-78-2 Real Grade version. Last night, wound up having to stop a little early because my camera memory card got filled up. The overhead camera, I like to record on that to make my YouTube videos of builds and upload that later. Unfortunately, it ran out just as I started the next part on the Core Fighter, but I was able to get the recording while still had completed the head. So the main robot build is completed. So the idea today is continue working on the Core Fighter, finish that off, and probably finish up the weapon system. So the beam rifle, the hyper bazooka, and the armor or the shield, and then probably finish setting that up. And then, depending on how long that goes, if I'm done with that a little earlier than I think, then I will start in on the panel lining. I guess I'll take it apart and start deciding what to work on. I'll probably continue doing it like I did last time with the pore type. It worked out really well. I really preferred the pore type versus the liner one, so I'll probably continue using that one. So that's the plan today. Let's get right into it then. Set my timer so I know when to stop recording. Alright, so yeah, we'll get right into it today. Is that recording? All right. Give me 1 second. I want to verify that. Okay. Yeah, it's recording. I don't trust it yet. But yeah, this is what I had completed last night. Decided to set them up in a bit of a boxing mode stance. I'm really not liking how the skirt was designed on this thing. But anyway, so last night I completed at least this part. It's supposed to open. Yeah. Alright, so I left off on these. So continue working on this. That one. So again, might be able to be done with at least the straight build by tonight, and then decide if I'm gonna do anything more tonight or not. Let's see. That's up. All right. So music choice is again my Pandora, kind of setting to Queen radio, just because I had it on a kind of vaporwave station, but I swear those are designed to put me to sleep. It's just too slow. At least the Queen rock every once in a while, well, it plays 70s and 80s rock, so it's not lifting, but we'll see. All right, just this side first. I mean, not specifically that side, but put these in first and then attach them to the red piece. So I'm gonna follow those directions. A little bit of discoloration, but that's injection molding issue. There's nothing I can really do about that part. And then the cube in. There it goes. Oui. I don't know, I think. There it goes. Cockpit does open. Wasn't sure how I was going to do that, but it does. And then, folds in like the core fighter is supposed to. And comes back out. Not liking. Right. We'll see how it locks in. Alright. So, second half. Building this. So, D and C. Right. So C 23 and 32. Mm, 32. And D 29 and 30. And 29 and 30, there it goes. Okay. So CH. Okay. And let's just get all those out the way too. Right, so C 26 and 27. 7. 27. 26 and 25. Looked like that was it. Right. looks like it's just the shield parts left on that one. Right, and then H. 6. It's also, is it the other one? Yeah, okay. H. No, wait. It's only D. Wait, didn't I? 29 and 30. Wait, didn't I? Oh, yeah. I forget to put those down. Anyway, 29, 30. Right, so then I just need G. Ooh. Sorry about that. No, H, G. Alright, landing gear. G, 25 and 27. And then 25 here. Gosh. If I got that one. Spending too much time looking for them. 2, 3. Okay, so it was here. Alright, well, 12 minutes ran real quick. Alright, it's yeah, you finally picked them up. I remember you were trying to do that last time you were on here too. Not yesterday, but like 3 weeks ago. Welcome, Jeff. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for being on. So yeah, this time I did offload. I spent all night offloading, and today, well, no, I just left it out last night doing it, and so all that's off. And so today I'm gonna try to get this done, finish the main part of it. Yeah. Let's get back to it. I think it's just kind of a setting on the camera that only records for like 12 seconds or 12 minutes or something. I don't know what that's about. Yeah, and what I lost yesterday was pretty much just the kind of starting to record the core fighter. Everything else was already recorded, so I got saved on there. So it's just like the first half of the core fighter that I had left last night. Alright. Okay. So there's those. Right. So that side and then this side. You go all the way in here. Wait, what? No, shouldn't. Ah, okay, that's how this one goes. Wait. I do need to, I guess, finish putting in these before I do any of that to make sure, but I want to make sure that at least it does run correctly. Right, and then I don't know if that's by design or not. Looks like it might be. So just go ahead and leave that. Goes. Where's that one? Now this one. Right. Ruben, thanks for joining. Continuing building the RX-78 Real Grade. Not having too much fun. It's a Real Grade. The 00 that I built years ago and burned me. I'm not feeling this one either. Okay. So this. So it's up that side. Alright. Let that one go. There it goes. A little notch goes on the top. And then a little notch goes on the top on this one too. Hey, Urban Tech. Thanks for joining. Finishing up the core fighter on the Real Grade RX-78. Been going through, as the title says, going through all the different grades of the RX-78. Completed the entry grade and the high grade, beyond global high grade. So decided to do the Real Grade 1.0 because the week after I pretty much bought it and started building, 2.0 dropped. All right. This one. Be reminded of why I kind of dislike Real Grades. Just the scale is so unbelievably small. feel like I need to be building this with like tweezers or something. There's that one. Let's go that way. Right now, well, probably could have let that go. Kind of continued recording a bit, but yeah, a little break. Alright, so after this, we are going to go for the weapon system. So go back to pages here to start in the beam rifle, hyper bazooka, and the shield. Yeah, because I did the hands yesterday. Did the head, finished up the head and the shoulders. So here's what I got so far. The core robot's built. So today I'm gonna finish at least this, and then next week I'll probably get into the panel lining and decals. A little sip. Finish that one. Alright, let's finish that up. Start recording the next part. A little bit. I don't know why I'm really bothering with kind of filing these parts. They're so unbelievably small and no one will really see these. Even if I do take this to the Gundam competition next month, like I'm half tempted to do, I'm not actually competing with these. They're just going to be for show. Alright. There we go. So there's the core fighter. Looks so much more stubby in Real Grade scale. Alright, so I need G31, G24, and E. G. Oh, bunch of G. Alright, that's fun. Alright, so 31. This side. Alright. Um, 24. Four, 28. Oh man. Yeah, you know what? That's exactly. It's a floppy mess. Every time I try to adjust it, the skirt pieces just fall out. They're just not held on there very well. The kind of the elbow kind of circle things keep coming out every time I adjust that too. 29. He is not a fun kit. As I was saying earlier, pretty much the week after I bought him, the 2.0 dropped. Probably should have been paying attention that that it was coming out, but I didn't. But I am half tempted to kind of pick it up and do something silly. Try to get it built for the build competition. Again, just to display these, not to actually put them in for grading or anything. Okay, so I need E120. Yeah. I don't know why I was throwing that. Oh, I was looking at the wrong side of that. Alright. I'm not having fun with this one. Well, okay. Maybe it's not so much the idea of fun, but again, there are so many problems, and the fact that it's master grade detail on a high grade G32 on a high grade scale. I mean, yeah. I guess, yeah, that's what you can say about it. It's the first one, and just like with pretty much anything Sony, you don't buy the first iteration of it. You wait until at least the third or fourth generations so that they've had a chance to kind of get all the bugs worked out. Probably should have heeded that. Well, no. Again, I wouldn't have known. I started building the RX-78s, and, well, here we are. Where'd that go? There it goes, yes. Just trying to remember what I was looking for. E113. Probably should have painted this one gold too. Oh well. Whatever. Leave that one be. Alright. It's like, did they not build it while they were designing it? Is that what it was? Did Meijin not get involved early on? Is that what it was here? Also has the mold line. So I'm trying to get that out the way too. Yeah, so I mean, I'm tempted. I've got the, trying to decide, like if I do decide to pick it up and build it, probably won't be on stream. It'll just be kind of in between throughout the week, just to kind of have it done in time, just to show off like the 4 different iterations that I've done so far. Since I have the entry grade and the high grade done, I decided that that's what I was doing here with these. Just like when they finally come in, I've got like 5 different Zakus that I will probably be building back to back to back. Stream will be bored of them too. Wait, that would not have been good. So that's what that means. Okay. We'll see. I mean, I'll have to look at some of the reviews of people who've already built the 2.0. I know some of the core guys of the competition are also having a little side competition themselves to build the 2.0. Last year, just before the competition, it was the entry grade new that came out, and so they did their own little extra challenge too to try to get that done. Yeah, that won't matter so much. Where'd that go? Alright. So now you go on this one. This one will go on that one. Yeah. Like, the 00 traumatized me enough against real grades. This floppy mess. Kind of finishing that job. Just right off. And with the 00, it wasn't anything particular with the build. I know I screwed up at one point, and I totally owned that screw up myself on that one. But it was the decals that just drove me insane on that one. It was like almost Kentucky version of decals on that. And the fact that they were so small. That this time, I was fighting the last war. I picked up some, what are they called? Alright, crash. Some tweezers to help with the decals and putting them on. Alright. Yeah, one of the Prime Day buys, a whole bunch of tweezers to help with that. Hopefully they do make it a little easier to hold the decals for this as I'm putting them on. As I said yesterday, also these have the 30th anniversary kind of variants of some of the stickers, and I'll probably be using those instead. There's, it looks like, I think it was the one that goes on the foot cover and the left shoulder, so I'll be doing that with those decals on that one if it doesn't just fall apart on me. Music is next. Yeah, so the version com Master Grade, and I'm really still tempted to get the original version of the Perfect Grade just to get that done as well. Have, again, the different grades of it done. Don't want to get the Unleashed, like $300 for a vanity project. I've already spent enough. goes. Okay. To make sure that at least get locked in. It doesn't matter which way it goes in. Yeah. Okay. It's just left like this? I'm a little disappointed in the gun. I mean, yes, okay, this goes on top of it, but still, feels like it's left so kind of half done. I mean, again, it's the first one of a new style, and they left it like that. It's right in the middle. For some reason, it's just not getting it. There's kind of design that I'm trying not to erase. Alright. Sponge sanding instead. Or 8. Thousand grit. Thousand 1200. And 15. Just a little buffing. Okay. Alright, so a little more of it's covered than I thought. Still a bit of a letdown. Alright, this last little bit where doesn't really matter, but just for perfection's sake, which really, who cares? Alright. Alright, so there's beam rifle, Hyper Bazooka coming next. Yeah, I'll probably pause here. Stop that a little early. Alright, so we need E, G. So G. E. G. And then mouse. And more G. Okay. G33. Three, 4, 2, and I'll be done with the E's. Alright. And then G 21, 20, 22, 23, 19, 33. Okay, so means 34, 33, 34, okay. So 18. G8. Where did I miss the 18? No. Okay, now that's going to drive me crazy. Ah, okay. I was missing it. Alright. So it looks like that'll be all of G done here as well. Alright. Good. Oh, wow. Okay. It's only 10 o'clock. So should be done with that. And then the armor. Well, Okay. Oh, and the little pilot. Alright. That's 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So, yeah, alright. We should be done with the main build by the end of tonight, by 11. Yeah, I don't think, well, don't want to speak too soon. I'll probably wind up running a little late. Hey Fonts, thank you for joining. Thanks for being on. I'm building through the Real Grade RX-78-2 version 1. I picked it up just before version 2 came out. Started building it just before version 2 came out. So I'm in the middle of it. Yeah, probably still shows some of, or at least it's showing me some of Urban Text Bro's comment, and still holds true. So let's get back to that. Continue streaming. Let's go shoulder. All right. So I'm just gonna cut everything off. Well, no, not everything, because there's one piece that won't actually go with this. Wait, come on. I might have to watch a couple of reviews. As I was saying a little earlier, I am tempted to build it, but if I can pick it up in like the next week or two to get it built in time for a competition. But this one has not been a fun build. So many pieces. Yeah, I was complaining earlier. The skirt just keeps popping out. The elbow piece keeps popping out. The shoulders were kind of a pain to put in. Very floppy there too. So 22. All right, so I think these are all the pieces from G for this one. Only extra. Just cut it out now. We'll have it, leave it out for when I get around to it. Alright, so G's done. Alright, so now E. Ooh. I mean, this is my second Real Grade, and it's, yeah, quite a disappointment, even compared to the first one that I built. The first one was a 00, and my biggest complaint with it was, as I said before, was just the scale of it, the size of it, and how much detail it has, which was kind of the most annoying part there. And 3. We'll go the next one. So, and looks like all of E is done now too. So there we go. All right. Oh, wow, that's, whew. that's a review on it. I mean, the only ones I did that with, and this is because I live in California, earthquake country, and they've been the results of earthquakes. Double Zeta is in pieces right now. Tempted to kind of build another one. Had the Faz. That one again also kind of fell apart during an earthquake, and I did the foolish thing and kind of sold it to Anime Jungle for pieces. Foolish because, I mean, fraction of the cost. You get like 2 books back. So, as with all returns and stuff. Trying to get rid of the plate line. I keep forgetting what I call it, but it's the 2 halves of the mold line. There we go. Yeah, that'll do it. There's one in El Paso? Got family out there. I don't remember. Ah, yes, okay, now we see the name. Sorry. Alright, well, thanks for being on, man. Yeah, listings. Next one. Well, thanks for joining the stream and being on. Always appreciated. So yeah, when was that earthquake? I don't remember. Oh, wow. Really? I don't remember hearing about it. Did you actually attach it to the wall since we're talking about earthquakes? I mean, I'm finally deciding if I want to have a cousin of mine come over to put the attachments for the Detolf to finally secure to the wall. Secure them to the wall. I've got two of them. Or if I want to try to do it myself. That's about right. Okay. Let's see. We'll go with this. Yeah, that's still recording. That one, there goes. Oh, trying to put it in backwards. Yes. Yeah, it's gonna drive me crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'll drag this out a bit, but like I said, it'll drive me crazy if I don't. That side down. Alright. Step that up again. That part's done now. The harder part of that. Now it's just the smoothing out. Alright. 1000 grit. Losing a bit of that detail. I was hoping I wouldn't have had to send that much. Sort that out. Alright. Alright, there's that one. Alright, continue working on this part. Okay. Alright, and then just this little bit. deleting. It's like not bad. The third spam message I've received on stream in like the last since started this. So about a year. It's not too bad. Alright, let's pause there right now. Right, still on task. Although yeah, I'll probably just go a little late and finish the shield if I do, because yeah, this can be done in the next bit. I think this one goes like that. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I've been feeling that. Like, there's so much stuff that I need to be doing around here. As just like, when? Because, I mean, you got your mom to take care of. For me, it's like everyone else here. So, doing all that takes its toll on time. So, I get it. Just that. This one. Okay, that way out. Yeah, that's right. This goes after this. Okay. So I start building these guys first. Not doing too much bother with that. These. Air punch. Okay. So. Goes. All right. This one probably can do at least this bottom part, but the other parts that I cut are hidden. Just to smooth it down a bit. Okay. That one. And finish that. Okay. Okay. All right. Now use little I mean, beyond the bookcases, what else you been working on, Jeff? As you being Mr. Handyman at the house. the right way? Yeah. Okay. So this one looks a little better. Yeah, like beam saber. I'm not sure what that's about. That little bit sticking out there. But all right. So that's right. So G8, D6 goes in it. Part there, and then this part just left over there. All right, so that's that. All right, and then all right, well, let's also get these guys out just to get them done, just so I can be done with this. Once I get this part off, yeah. Yellow seems so cartoony, but alright, so it looks like A is done here. Alright. And C. Is done. And then little Amuro. Well, that's not good. Well, dang. All right, so that's all the runners. No disappointment with this last little bit, cutting Amuro out of it, and he just kind of broke off. Yeah, there's no way I'm rescuing this. No way I'm going to try to paint this either. I mean, jeebus. Alright. Just going to try to Alright. Yeah. RP. I'm at those ankles. Because that's pretty much where it broke at. I mean, as I said, as everyone's been saying, it's an old kit. It's probably just the plastic also wearing down. When did that come out? Alright, let's look that up. Alright, so Real Grade 2010. So 24 years. So yeah, considering it's a 14-year-old plastic kit, I don't think the one I had is 14 years old. It might have been the, well, what's the box? Have to look at the box. It has a blue Bandai logo. I was saying something about the blue Bandai logo. Okay, the release of the kits from September 2018 onward featured the blue Bandai logo instead of the original. Okay, I mean it's a reshoot from 2018, still 6 years old. So yeah, it's an older kit. Kind of reminds me of building the Crossbone Gundam. Alright, so back to it. Yeah, okay, probably finish this with this last bit. Alright, let's seal that before we drop any more of that. Alright, so 1 and 2 first. So this stuff first. Alright, that one, and this one. Really? So this just goes there. Wow. Okay. All of that just to show off 2 little pieces. Alright, well, whatever. At least this one's kind of undergated. On the edge of the shield, so this doesn't really affect much. does. There it goes. Because that's gonna show through that. Just happens to be two colors. Deep breath, catching myself trying to rush through here. I feel the the end is in sight, and so I'm feeling I'm trying to rush through it. I'm trying not to rush myself too much. Shoulder. Also trying not to have the same thing happen with Amuro's legs to happen here. Alright. There it goes. There's that. And these last bits here. That one there. was trying to get it a little more straight. Seemed like it was getting a little thrown off. Alright, so just about to finish. Holding a little too tight. Feel my finger, like my thumb joint hurting. Alright. And then last little bit here. Alright, so that goes there, and then doesn't matter which side's up. Alright, and then just gonna go in there. Might help. There it goes. There it goes, yeah. And that, so that locks it into place. So I think it says, yeah, both of them can go in there. Not these. Oh, that's right. Well, that little bit here too. Beam saver is a little bit of more extra work here. Yeah, so these parts I see. So yeah, it says those parts can go with that headpiece. Alright. Welcome new users. Seems you catch on just as I'm about to log off, but thanks for joining in too. Well, you know what? I still got these. Let me just get these out the way too. Although it is soft plastic. Well, since the hands were done, and yeah, I think I'll leave these beam sabers kind of put together like that. Rotate, there it goes. Hey. There it goes. So yeah, there's the hands holding them. All right, so yeah, end of the stream today, and at least the snap fit build is done. Next week we start decals and, well, panel lining, and then depending on how far that goes along, we'll get into decals as well. What's missing? There's gold. Marker missing. Alright, so yes, I'm going to be using the pore type panel lining. I think I liked it a little better than the thin felt. Is kind of more pours down. So yeah, probably wind up using that one next week. Yeah, now I'm stuck because it's gonna probably drive me crazy until I find it. Anyway, yeah. This one. That's why. There it goes. That's the one that was thrown off. All right. So yeah, we're done with the bazooka, the shield, core fighter, beam rifle, beam sabers, and prime kit. So close that. Yeah, I mean, so there is this piece left, and this is pretty much just to hold him up to display him. So yeah, I'll cut it off, but I won't do anything major with it because this is a kind of unimportant piece. So yeah, so that's all the panels. That's all the runners done. Main kind of straight build done. High grade, no, real grade version done. So yeah, next week we started the decals and, well, panel lining and decals. I keep wanting to skip panel lining. If only it were that easy. But because here's the decal sheet. It is quite a bit. So yeah, gonna be doing panel lining. Gonna have to, well, I'm gonna be using my thinner. I've got the really good Q-tips, well, yeah, Q-tip kind of things That makes it a little easier to kind of rub the excess off. And then, like I said, the decals. I've got the new tweezers. Hopefully those will help with that too. So that'll start next week. I think next week will probably be, what is next week? Is there anything special? Yeah, got a doctor's appointment, well, dentist appointment for the spore in the morning. Rest of the day should be okay. I don't think there's anything special for the rest of the weekend. Next weekend. Yeah. So, yeah. Seems like maybe Saturday panel lining, Sunday start decals. I'll probably be done with that. Definitely not Sunday. Probably the following week. Should be done with that then. And then after that, I'm going to take a break from building RX-78s. Probably do the Lego Thor's hammer, Mjolnir. I might do 2 Lego sets after that. Who knows? And then I'll get into the version Ka of the RX-78. Continue going through the grades with him, and then hopefully by then I'll save a bit more so I can pick up. I mean, so So I've built 3 of the same scale. So yes, I do need a break. I need to build something else before I get into another one. So yeah, gonna take the break, gonna build some Lego. Then I'll get back to the Master Grade Katoki version. Probably by then pick up the Perfect Grade, the old style. Might take a break after the Katoki as well. And then, at least from what I saw of the decals, it doesn't have too many, so that'll be good. And then, yeah, Perfect Grade, and that might get me... No, that'll probably be in the new year. If anything, the Perfect Grade. The Master Grade definitely will be. So yeah, that's the plan, that's the idea. Did I not do the bottom? Oh, I did. Okay. Just don't see them all that much. So, yeah. So, that's the plan. Anyway, Alex, thanks for being on. Jeff, thanks for being on. Getting arty with a lobster. Titan Nitrogen, thanks for being on. Thanks for joining. You kind of came on just as I was finishing up the stream. Usually stream Saturdays and Sundays, 9 to 11. And then, yeah, that's the plan for the next couple of weeks and for the rest of the year, probably. All right. Thanks for having been on, guys, and I will see you next week.